I'm Brianna with IdeateTV, and I'm here with Shoeleh Wolpe. Hi.
Hi.
She is the author of these two books right here. Can you tell us about them?
Absolutely. Well, these two books are particularly are my translations of 12th century Sufi mystic poet Attar, who Rumi considered to be his master. The books are incredibly spiritual. They're about the journey of the soul towards the divine, the universe, the creator, whatever you believe in. And they are not attached to any particular religion or anything. They're just purely food for the soul. And the last one, The Invisible Sun, was published by HarperCollins.
That's so awesome. And I see that you're here with the Farhang Foundation. I ran through books.
Yes, I'm here at the Farhang Foundation booth, and they are a fantastic organization that support culture and arts and literature that brings Iranian culture to the American public. And later I'd be reading at the poetry booth.
That is so awesome. And tell me, what inspired you to make these books?
Well, I believe literature does build bridges between people and cultures. And that has always been my intention, because we are living in a world that is, I would say, darkening right now, and building bridges through literature between cultures and people is a very effective way to light my own candle in this darkness.
I love it. The light is beautiful. And tell me, how long did it take for you to come out with these two books?
Well, I'm a poet and writer, so I have other books. But with these books, the Conference of the Birds took about 2.5 years. And The Invisible Sun, because it's a collection of my favorite passages, it took about 3 years as well. It's very difficult language that I'm translating. It's like Shakespearean language in Persian. It's from 12th century. But the books have been the journey of translating them into English, recreating them in English, has actually affected my own spiritual journey as a human being. So it's been wonderful.
And then did you grow up with this language, or is it something that you had to adapt over time?
No, I grew up. I was born in Iran and I studied in Iran, but I've lived in Trinidad, the UK, United States. So my writing language is in English, but my reading and comprehension of Persian language is quite deep. So I'm able to do that.
That is so awesome. And I'd love to hear what feedback and reviews you've received from these books.
Incredible. I mean, first of all, since the Conference of the Birds came out about 5 years ago, there has been an explosion of interest in Sufi mystic poetry by writers, artists, theater makers. And I brought The Invisible Sun because there was so much interest. I wanted them to have a very, very light book, that people could just put by their bedside or put in their bags, so they could just open at random and be inspired by something for that day.
That is so great. Thank you so much for sharing your culture through your art.
It's my pleasure, and it's wonderful to be here, and thank you for your interest.
Of course. Brianna, IdeateTV.